Good evening and welcome to Midnight Convo's podcast with your girl Tiffany Nicole, aka your queen to be. This is Convo 74, and we got a guest in the building today. Right?
Hercules.
Are you blushing?
A little bit.
He's blushing. Introduce our lovely guest.
If I must. We got my cornerstone, my backbone, my best friend, my everything.
My
wife.
lover friend.
Know what I'm saying?
Hi.
Mrs. Ajax.
Is in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Sarge, this is Convo 74.
What? 64?
Say that?
64.
Yes. So if you missed any of our previous convos, make sure you go to SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podomatic. What we need?
That 5-star rating, baby. Oh, I forgot. Sega Fett, no lie.
Yeah. I was thrown off a little bit. And check out our videos on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, make sure you join us on Instagram also, or check out the video on repeat, on replay on Instagram and Facebook. So make sure you're following us on Facebook, Midnight Convos Podcast. How's your week going? How's the week been?
It's good.
Sunday, got a house full of kids, sick.
I know. It's like, you know what? I love Sundays though.
Relax.
It's like Sunday is like the best reset day.
Yeah. Reset.
Like you just reset for the whole week.
You know, but I feel like we're back to Monday. It's like groundhog, you know, like back to work.
It's like another opportunity to grind.
To start new, start fresh.
Every 60 seconds, it's an opportunity to grind.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. King Chuck is not in the building. Brother.
Chucky!
Yeah, we'll see you, I guess.
You had guests, huh? That was more important.
Yes, he had guests. What's up? Just want to shout out the people in our Instagram feed. What's up, y'all? Let's get into cut them loose from last week, the results.
Okay.
So you remember what we had last week? It was
We
the
had
cars.
the cars,
The luxury cars.
Okay.
So we had Lamborghini, we had the Bugatti, we had the Ferrari, we had the Bentley. So let's get into the numbers. The people have spoken, and 6% of the people have spoken, and they've cut Bentley.
Okay.
Okay, makes sense.
7% of people have spoken and voted. They've cut the Lambo.
Okay,
That's
I feel like
kinda
it's getting
surprised.
close to where I was at because of the stats I gave. Go ahead.
Yeah, true. I think that played a major role. 20% of the people have spoken, and they've cut the Ferrari.
Okay, yeah.
So 67% of the people voted.
They listened.
Ajax, the Sarge, and myself, and cut the Bugatti.
Do you know what I learned about the Bugatti this week?
What did you learn?
To change the tires is $20,000. So I understand.
You
My
gotta
mama
have
told me
money,
how to
money.
change my tires, so
You gotta have
To
money.
change your tires, $20,000.
So 4 tires. Right
wait,
there.
is that all for all
no,
4?
each tire.
Each tire is 20 grand.
racks.
Shit, I'm gonna go to Lincoln Tech and learn how to do shit myself.
I'm pretty
For
sure it
real.
doesn't work like that when you own a Bugatti.
Guys, yeah.
You know what? You're right.
You need your money up when you get a Bugatti. I'm just sidebar before we get into our convo. I had family over yesterday, and I found out that my aunt, she works at Tesla now, and everybody that knows me, they know that my dream car is a Tesla. So that's the next one I want. So hopefully when I get this next promotion, my husband says if I get it, he's gonna put that money down. So with his money down and that family discount, I won't be in that Tesla.
What's your discount?
I don't know the discount. I don't know. We ain't getting to the
You
numbers.
can't bring up information like that. Not give us a discount number.
Okay,
what if I want to get one?
Then I'll hook you up. I'll see what I can do. But I worry about,
Do I have to find wine auntie just to make sure?
No.
But why do people always the minute that's your discount?
That's my hookup, right?
Right.
People want a bandwagon to hook up.
I got the hookup. Somebody got the hookup. It's for everybody.
That's not for public announcement. That's not me.
True.
It's not my
Aren't we
discount.
doing it here?
It's
But I was just
your
putting
discount.
out there that, because we're
It
talking
sounds
about
like a public
cars.
announcement to me.
Cars.
It's about my dream car.
It's talking about my dream car. I want one. I'm all about the natural and,
Are you getting a truck or are you going to get a car?
I want a car.
Okay.
But, we'll
Or
see.
you want the doors that open up like this?
I don't need all that. I just
Right.
want the electric ability. Because, money is just, a car is nothing but money. You got to go to get maintenance. Every time I go to get my maintenance for my car, $200 easily. I spent $580 because I had to get a couple of things done. So it's money.
Well, let me tell you
Sure
something.
is.
Let me tell you something. You may not be spending the money on gas, but you're gonna spend the money on electricity because you gotta charge the motherfucker up. It's not a small little RC car. It's a fucking car.
It's good for the environment.
But it's good for the environment, and overall, you're
just
saving
talking
so
about
much money.
I thought we were just talking about money, guys.
No, but I'm saying, I said the first thing,
It's
I like the
probably
natural ability. You know, you're not putting the gas in the air. You know, it's a good. When you go to California, that's all they have is Teslas.
Okay.
Everybody got Teslas. Yeah, but I'm just saying, we ain't got to go so deep into it. I just said that was just my dream car.
We were talking about cars.
I
We
say
talking
get
about
the
cars.
car.
I am. That's gonna be my next car. If I don't get another Lex, that's gonna be my next car. So let's get into our first convo.
First topic.
All right. So I was talking to someone. They will remain nameless, but if you're watching, I'm blowing you up. They have a crush on a particular person, and they've known this person for years.
Okay.
So the female likes him too, but
Okay.
they have not moved on this situation. So they haven't pursued it.
Okay.
But they both have chemistry and they both like each other.
Okay.
He told me today that one of the reasons why he won't push up on her or try to push it forward is because she once dated a friend of his back in the day.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I asked him, I was like, yo, but is this one of your best friends or is it a casual friend? How cool are you? And he was like, no, we cool. We used to be cool back in the day, but we're still friends. Then I found out that they dated years ago, like 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
So my question to you guys is, can you go back and date a friend's ex if time has lapsed? So we're talking about 5 years, 10 years,
Right,
even
right.
20.
Right.
Are you able to date that person?
Right.
Even though you know your friend
Used to date them.
used to date them. So Marie,
Was
you're
it-
our guest.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll start with you first.
Go ahead, babe. Let me hear this.
For me, I don't know, right? In terms of the connection of friendship. If it's just an associate, like someone, a friend in passing, someone I know, and then I put it in terms of the connection I have with the guy. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's like an intense connection, like this is not something common, maybe I could be like, yeah, it's not a problem. It all depends on the level of connection I have with the guy.
Okay.
As long as it's not going to be a problem. Do you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, I think, especially like when you're young, people date, you date this person, you date, and especially if you live in a smaller community.
Absolutely, it happens.
You're going
Bound
to
to
cross
happen.
paths.
Absolutely.
As long as it's not an issue, then I would say yes. Now, if it's a friendship, like this is my friend.
This is my peoples. We
Yeah.
hang out. We go to
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings and watch the game.
Now,
Yeah. If it's my friends, no, I'm not doing it.
so let me
No matter how long
No,
the time
it's just too
has
close for comfort.
Now
For me.
let me just ask this, right? Just before I give my answer. They dated, right? Did anything happen between them?
What do you mean? Did anything happen between them?
Did they?
They dated. They were
They
in a
consummated.
relationship.
Okay. So years later,
That's
here
what
you are.
dating means, right?
So
Bang,
years
bang.
years later, you want to okay. I mean, look.
Who's not effing when you're in a relationship, when you're dating?
Sometimes people want to hold back, and they want to wait till a certain point. They want to wait for marriage or whatever.
I need to
It
feel
didn't
the
work
fire. I gotta make sure everything is
out. You
good.
need more wood for the fire.
Exactly. We're not gonna
So,
be doing that.
I mean, I think it's cool. It's just that sometimes, as a guy, you just want to make sure you talk to your boy. Like, listen, is that cool? Are you okay with that?
I feel like the guys are always going to be like, yeah, it's cool, dude. I'm good.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. But
guys
sometimes
aren't expressive. They're going to be like, dude, it's good. Do you?
I think initially they may say that until they see how the
And then,
relationship is
the
going.
seed of resentment is just.
But here's the thing though. But I'm gonna
absolutely.
tell you something. As guys though, before we actually say something, we want to test the waters and make sure that's something that we want to keep. So we might actually test the waters before we say
Put
something.
it out there.
Before we put it out there. Once it's like, oh shit.
But if she wants him.
Like, dogs, let me talk to you for a second, man. Look, I'm feeling such and such, and what do you think about that? But dogs, like, it's over. Go ahead.
Especially if it's some years
Right.
past.
It's some years past. He's gonna give you the pass anyway. But
So what do you say? Is it cool or not?
with a hypothetical gun in your hand, what do you say?
Shoot.
Go ahead.
Do it. You have no problems with it.
Nah. There's no attachment at this point. We broke up, let's just say, 10, 15 years done passed?
But if this is your boy, see, I tend to agree with Marie. If it's my people, someone that I know, we are really cool, we have those girl talks, we hang out, I would have a problem with that. If it's someone that I'm just casually, I see them,
whatever.
It's like, it wouldn't matter to me. But if someone that I know, like
a good friend,
my peoples, then I'll have a problem with, no matter how much time has passed.
Because you won't be at the wedding.
Right.
So you're saying that you would stop somebody's blessing because just because it didn't work for you.
You're not stopping the blessing, but I think you could express like, dude, like really, there was nobody else?
It's so many people in the world.
But listen, if that much time has passed, right? Why does it matter?
Because it's certain things you don't do to friends.
If that's the case,
then boundaries you can't cross.
If that's the case, then almost every second or third person is undateable because
there's a
6 degree of separation. There's 6 degree of separation. So most likely somebody dated somebody.
Friends,
okay, but what I'm saying is, I get it.
You take it to the extreme. 6 degrees of separation.
No, I'm saying, look, I'm just saying, if that was the case, then everybody would be undateable.
No,
because
that's not true.
We're talking about you dated this young lady.
In your inner circle, dude. Like people in your inner circle.
Okay, so we're talking about immediate circle, right? That's
your
what we're saying?
Peoples, not someone that you.
Then, all right, so we have a simple conversation. Like, what do you think?
Best friend.
Yeah.
If that's what it is, then you have a conversation. Look, what do you think about this? You all right with it? Bet. Keep moving.
No, I don't. I can't do that. Like,
I agree.
Not someone that I intimately been with, that they know what my vagina looks like. My girlfriend can't have that.
Yeah.
My female friend that I'm cool with, and my circle is small. So if it's someone that I'm really, cool with, you cannot deal with someone that I've been intimate.
I think it would be the vice versa. Like a dude would be concerned of you knowing what the vagina I had is.
Dude, it's like a code. Like, dude, you can't break that code. Like, what are you doing?
It's not a code. No, look. What I'm saying is if time has elapsed.
I don't care if it's 100 years.
You guys bump heads at the Whole Foods a couple of times, and you're like, oh, shit. Hey, how you doing? And it's like, okay, at least so, you know what? Back in the day, I used to kind of have a crush on you. Like, what? Really? Why didn't you say something? But, you were messing with my friend. And then it goes into this, And
I wouldn't. I'd be like, fall back. Like, what are you doing?
So you're saying that person's completely undateable?
Dude, like, if my good friend dated you, you are off, like...
Period.
There is no way I'm dating you. I'm not talking about, like, an associate. I'm talking about my good friends, like my inner circle.
All right, well, okay. You know what? Since we're emphasizing on the good,
because it makes sense. We're not talking about casual friends.
Okay, so all right, fuck it.
Whatever.
So good friends. Okay.
I'm with you, Yada.
I fall back on this one.
No sharing. I'm not sharing either. Yada
I fall back.
No
since we're emphasizing on good friends, then no.
No, I just think there has to be some type of boundaries that you can't cross. Right. And I'm pretty sure if it's someone that you was dating, let's say you had a few years with this female, and then your boy, the dude that comes over to your house and watch boxing with you is popping her, you would have a problem with it.
I gotta say this, as a guy, I wouldn't have an issue with it because obviously we didn't work out. So if you feel like you're okay with knowing that, well, you were there, obviously.
What if it's somebody you loved?
But we're not together anymore.
Yeah, but life happens. Things happen. You break up. Like, whatever circumstances. Like, I'm going to law school. So, like, blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay. 10 years later. You had to let her go.
Okay.
10 years later, your boy's like, yo, you know who I ran to? You dated her for 3 years. Then she went to law school. You loved her.
Okay.
And then, like...
Am I with somebody right now?
I don't know. Who cares?
See, no, we gotta look at the
what's going on in your life.
You're with someone.
If I'm with somebody right now, then that doesn't matter. I get it,
you're dating
but that
someone.
doesn't matter. If my boy is okay with understanding that I know
what
right, and I know what the vajayjay look like, and so, and you're okay with that,
and you
then you know what? From
girl.
That point on, my vision of whatever it was that she looked like, mole places or anything like that's gone. That no longer is my business. As a guy,
gotta say you
hey, Bug. Back me up on this. You okay with that?
Hey, yo, if I'm good as long as it's not somebody close to my circle. You know what I mean?
That's what we're talking about.
I have friends. They friends. But they ain't friends like brothers friends. You know what I mean? Like, Gene, I can't do that.
Right.
But there's a few of them, we gonna hit it and shoot who's with, you know, your girl crop up, I'm looking at what your girl wearing. You know what I mean?
So it really matters about how close you are to the friend.
Exactly.
That's what pretty much we're saying.
They're not even associates. They're friends.
They're friends, but they're not that in a circle.
10 years.
See, but I think you use the word friends.
At this point, it's not my job to care. At this point, you know what this person is doing. If anything, you want this person to be okay and happy and shit like that. You're not together at this point, and most likely you already have somebody else in your life. So why are you still concerned about what this person is doing? As long as that person that is dating them,
it's a principality.
As long as your girl or your boy knows and understands that this is right, and you're okay, you're okay with that, and you're comfortable, then that's on you. That has nothing to do with me. That's the past.
And look, after a decade, you don't need to ask no more. You bump into somebody, hey, how you doing? You single? I'm single. No, you ask.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Invite him to our house party. What's up?
I disagree.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about 10, 15 years, then elapsed, and then Nah, bro.
I don't care if it's 100 years. No.
So that means you still have something that you're holding on to.
No, it's
that's what it means.
Conduct.
It's principles.
Right. Like, I'm not doing that.
Certain things you just can't do.
No, like, come on.
I agree.
Dude, there's like so many dudes out here. Like, really?
So many chicks.
But then, if you're the type of person, that doesn't go outside the circle, you don't go out the neighborhood, you don't go out the city, you don't go out the state, and you keep bumping into the same people, most likely you're gonna find an attraction to the same people you keep fucking bumping into, and therefore, most likely you're gonna start bumping and grind with somebody that you know.
No. And the females say it best. They always feel comfortable around somebody they know versus a stranger.
No. You know? Okay, so my friends, like what the girls that I consider are my friends, they're not just they're my sisters.
There you go.
Okay, so like there is a code of conduct
that you don't do.
Do you understand?
I totally understand.
I'm talking. You see how like those are my sisters. So like if I wouldn't do that to my sister,
my blood sister,
so I wouldn't do that to my sister.
Facts.
Period.
So we want to know your thoughts. Is there principles to this? To me, it's a principality. Mm-hmm. So, what about you? Do you think that you can date? Is it okay for you to date someone that an ex, your friend's ex? Is it okay?
How much time has
Let us know.
How much time?
It shouldn't matter. Let us know your thoughts. There's a lot of people letting us know.
There's an expiration date on this whole thing of I don't think you should date this person because I was with them first and things like that. That means you're holding on to some feelings that
even if you're dead, you can't date them.
Like
we talked about this before.
We talked about it. We did. No, we can't do it. So listen, this is Convo 74. Convo 74. If you missed any of our previous convos, go to SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, tune in, Podomatic. What we need, Ajax.
That 5-star rating, baby.
Check out our videos on YouTube. Make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, Midnight Convo Podcast. I forgot to do our Bay of the Week. I skipped around that. So, Marie, who's your Bay of the Week?
So.
Girl, you better.
As you guys know, Game of Thrones is coming back. Like, the promo has been heavy. Ooh. And anyone who knows me knows I love Jon Snow. Oh,
the white boy.
A.K.A. Kit Harington.
So, but you like the character, not necessarily the actor.
Yeah, like the character, he's handsome, he's attractive.
The character or the actor?
No, the actor. I'm sorry.
So you like the actor?
No, she likes
the actor is attractive. He's handsome.
Okay.
It's not like they use prosthetics.
No. I get
you. But the character though,
Mr. Snow.
Oh my God, I love me some Jon Snow.
All right, so
alrighty then.
Jon Snow is your wife's Bay of the Week. Who's yours?
You know what? We had the award shows happening. What was it? What was it? The
Golden Globes?
Yeah, there you go. I'm gonna give it to Regina King.
That dress was fire.
Well, yeah, the dress was looking nice on her, you know.
That dress
was nice.
It was very nice.
It was nice.
And, you know, she did her thing, so why not? Regina King gets my vote for the week.
Nice.
She's been in the game for a minute.
She looks good. Good black don't crack.
Started, what was it, 227? And
yeah, when she had the little pigtails.
Yeah.
You know? And what's the boy's name? And the lady in the window. And, what's the actress? The funny one. Jackie Harris.
It was a good neighborhood
good show.
We don't have good shows like that.
I know. I love 227.
227 was a classic.
It was.
So for me, I had a couple of bays of the week, and I had to kind of think about who I wanted to actually pick.
European, chiseled. No. Okay.
I don't even know who I really wanted to pick, but I'm gonna pick someone just because I like to give people their flowers, you know, while they're alive instead of when they're in a coffin. So
this is gonna be an old dude. Go ahead.
No, it's not. It's actually gonna be a relatively young guy. I'm giving it to D Wade because this is his last year in the NBA before he retires.
Okay.
And I probably did. I can give him to him multiple times, you know. That's how fine he is. But, you know, he's retiring and he's doing his little year, you know, this tour, and everybody's giving their flowers to him, how much he meant to the game, you know, while he's retiring. So
I didn't even know he was retiring.
Yeah, this is his last year. So, and he's like 35, you know, and he's retired. That must be nice. But, so I'm giving it to D Wade. D Wade is my bae of the week. We want to know, who are you crushing on? Who's your bae of the week? Who would you like to have a hall pass for? We would like to know.
That's always a good question.
And I got more.
A good question.
Ooh. Let's get into our second convo. We do a lot of things in spite. We talked about this before we got on camera about people being petty.
Right.
Okay.
So my question to you guys, being a married couple, have you ever taken your ring off in anger?
No.
Would you take your ring off in anger?
That's extremely petty.
Like, no.
If I got an issue with you, I'm gonna tell you, and that's what it is. You my wife, you know, I'm your husband. You know, I'm gonna talk to you. The ring doesn't have to come off. Yeah, that's just stupid.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. Right. The ring is a symbolism of the marriage, but, like, I'm not a petty person. I'm not passive aggressive. It's just not good for your health. Like,
I mean, I could be a little passive aggressive, but, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not. Like, I'm very...
direct.
Yes, I communicate my thoughts. Like, I don't expect people to read my mind. Like, when I feel something, like, it will eat at me, so I can't do it. So I have to be like, baby, we need to talk. This is how I feel. But then again, like, maybe I'm naturally that way. Maybe it's, like, training, whatever. But, like, no, we got to talk about it.
We have to.
I know he might be like, oh, my God. Like, but no, I need to communicate.
You need the release.
Right. Because, like, I need the release because, like, I don't want to carry that with me.
I got a release for you.
Sometimes you gotta use words, not.
Yeah.
No, I gotta release that because it's not good for you. Like, I used to tell people, like, you have to be careful about planting seeds of resentment by not saying stuff. Because what happens is when you plant a seed of resentment because you don't want to say anything, then it's like it grows. The next thing you know, it's like, babe, can you pour me some coffee? Nigga, fuck you. It'd be like, whoa.
Where'd that come from? I just wanted some. I was just parched, you know? I just want something to drink.
Like, dude, and then you start treating each other, like, harshly and bad because, like, I want to be in a happy marriage.
A happy space.
Yeah. Like,
especially if you took the vows forever. Forever is a lifetime.
It is.
Right.
You want to be walking around angry all the time. And you're going to have your spats. You know,
I think people that take the ring
that's
off.
That's healthy to have spats.
I think people that take the ring off in the moment of an argument, it's kind of like for that split second you wish you weren't married. And it's kind of like, okay, so...
I think you're trying to hurt the person.
I think that's a cut.
Yeah, that's a cut, but... At the end of the day, what does that solve, though? Because you just express your feelings by taking this ring off and saying something else despite the argument that you're having.
Right.
It's stupid.
But people are petty, and when they want to cut, that is definitely a way to deep cut. Because I was watching a show. We talk about this show at my job all the time, 90 Day Fiance.
Yeah, well,
and
we watch that.
You guys watch it?
Yeah.
We watch it. We're not up to date.
But, you know, we're...
So, one of the ladies threw the ring at her man, and it's
they
like...
don't know each other.
That's another thing. But the conversation sparked from that. Like, when you take that ring off, to me, some things you can't undo.
Right,
like, when you take it off, that means...
Wait, was that the big girl with the Spanish dude?
It's Marissa is the Spanish girl, and she's with the white boy.
Oh, no, another couple already did
the
that.
Young girl?
No, she's in her 30s.
Oh,
the Brazilian girl.
The Brazilian girl. Oh,
she threw the ring.
Yeah.
She's just tantruming.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like when you do that, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect.
Right.
Because you know.
No, but she's doing it. She's doing it on purpose. That girl right there, she's doing it on purpose because she knows that white dude ain't nothing going for him really, and so by her doing that, it's making him feel like, listen, you're about to lose.
I don't think he's gonna budge because he's got his mama. He do. His mama's there, and she's like he is a mama's boy, and so and to me, listen, I have a son. Obviously, you guys have children and have a son, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being a mama's boy. People play on that. Oh, you a mama's boy? No, I don't think there's nothing wrong, but there has to be some type of balance. Balance and boundaries.
Yes, it has to, because it could be unhealthy. And to me, their relationship is kind of enmeshed.
Right? They're really. You're right. They're enmeshed. Like, to me, like, I hope my babies are mama's boys. Like,
they are mama boys.
They are, but like when they get of a certain age, I'm going to set certain boundaries because, like, you know, I've been there. So, like, why would I want to put a woman through that? Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I think it's okay for you know, boys to be mama's boys to a certain point. They understand how to treat women. They understand how to, you know, behave and react and understand the different emotions that women go through. But in that guy's situation, he's only a mama's boy because there's no father involved. I'm not sure what happened to the dad.
About the dad.
But usually when the dad is not fully involved or whatever, then it's just mom and son.
He dresses his cats.
Shit, you see his
Okay, yeah, he dresses his cats. Therefore, you know what I'm talking about at this point. But anyway,
but let me just ask you that, because that's a big show right now. That show, Married at First Sight. Do you think those type of relationship can work when you're rushed into something and you're learning to figure each other out and learning
we're
each
not
other?
going to use the word rushed because these people agree to do something.
Yeah,
but you only have 90 days to say yay or nay and walk down the road. So that's rushed.
But you already understood what you're about to walk into.
Facts, but you're still rushed.
So now you leave it up to the experts to find you a partner. Hopefully they look good and hopefully everything does match. But you still understand that you made the decision to partake in this situation.
Right.
So you're not rushed, and therefore they should
take
their
rush.
It is rush. You may
rush is being like, okay, babe, look. You and you together right now, and then y'all go on a date and figure it out.
That's
different
what it is.
Levels of rush being
like
rushed.
You're like, huh, me,
but that's
what?
literally what it was. It's like, hey, you two get together,
90 days,
work for you,
figure it out.
Like, figure it out. It's like, it's rushed.
But you went into the show hoping that somebody could find you a partner.
I get it, but it's
they didn't just pick you out the
rushed.
street and be like, look, I need you to come here. I need you to come here. It
They
seems
don't
like you got
know you
these people
you answer
signed
the
up to be
questionnaire.
part of a show to look for a partner for them because they can't find a partner on their own.
Because you answered a questionnaire, now these people really know you.
Yeah,
come on, dude.
So are we downing down the? Are we down the professionals?
First of all, yes, I am, because 9 out of 10 don't work.
But babe, all right, let me,
basically 10 out of 10. I haven't seen one that has.
I know
withstood.
one that has worked, and that show started like at least 4 years ago.
Okay, but listen, you're also in the medical field, right?
I'm not.
Not the medical field. Okay, so you do therapy, right?
Go ahead.
Okay.
He's trying to make a point.
Mind.
She doesn't want to make.
Never mind.
So we're not gonna. So my thing is this: I think they are rushed. I think, especially, and then have you seen Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
You know, you are literally meeting your partner, your significant other, as you're at the altar.
Yeah.
How do you make it work? You don't even know each other. I told you this is my criteria of what I like. and you try to match it up, but I can't still determine whether or not we're compatible.
I agree. Just because you interview, okay, I get the point you were trying to make in terms of psychological evaluations. I can do 100 psychological evaluations. I can do assessments. But that doesn't mean I know you to the core of who you truly are. Like I already told you, there's a
that means you lied on the form that you filled out because they're doing this based on what you put on the paper. So if you lied on that form, that's why you get a partner that doesn't work for you because you bullshitted.
No, people always put their best foot forward. And they know they're being assessed and monitored. No. It's human nature.
A lot of people don't want to be characterized. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be characterized as something else. So what they do is they kind of embellish a little bit on what they're saying.
No,
so, but if you embellish,
have you ever put your shoes backwards every now and then? No. But they know on the drunk day, they fucking put their shoes backwards.
Okay, unless you're a total slob, you're always going to put the best version. And not saying that you're good, but you're always going to put the best version of yourself.
It's like an interview.
That's what you should do.
Right. So, you might be a slob. So
and you know what?
But you're not going to put that. And then so they match you up the best they can.
Because of what you put on the paper, like I said. So if 9 out of 10 of relationships don't work, it's because of what you put on the paper. They can only go by, boom. So that's it.
So going back to your point, time reveals everything.
Facts.
So when you have 90 days, you don't have enough time. But I guarantee you, do a 365-day fiance before you get married. True. I guarantee you, 364, it'd be like, yeah, nah.
This is not for me.
They'd be like, no, this isn't going to work. Because after a while, everybody has to take off their mask. You can keep a mask for 90 days, especially if you in this country and you're like,
you got to get that visa.
You can stigmatize yourself.
Like, you can do it. But after a while, if you do 365,
you can't keep that face up.
You can't. But 90
starts
days,
peeling.
Dude, if I'm in a situation in a country where this is my way out, bro, I promise you I could do 150 days.
Facts. But check this out. Look at the young boy Jay and the white girl Ashley. I think that's their names. I think I nailed their names. They got married, went to Vegas. He came back 3 days after their wedding. He was on Tinder. But he's 20.
That's because the Gucci was whack.
No. Well, I think he's 20.
He's 20 years old.
So what does that mean? He can't tell if the Gucci's whack or not?
No, it's not about the Gucci. At 20, you want to taste and all the Gucci.
He might have been fucking since he was 16. Now by 20, he's an expert in understanding what he likes.
At young, you shouldn't have those shackles on you.
Right.
You shouldn't be married at 20. I can't imagine telling my son to get married at 20.
Right.
So
I get that. But
at 20,
like I said,
what do you expect?
He tested the waters.
No.
And that shit wasn't waving right.
She could have been a fucking porn star. She could have been, the best. The best at it.
We're gonna talk about these people. How about the dude that married that Russian girl? You know, he knows what she'd been doing. She was a webcam chick.
Was she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Last season.
I didn't check.
He went into it. He went into it because he wanted a freak, and he knew exactly what she was doing.
No, he wanted a pretty girl, and he wasn't gonna get one.
Was he handsome?
No.
Okay. I didn't get up on it this season, but we want to know: do you think people can last these relationships in these reality shows? Married at first sight.
Wasn't the question about pulling the ring off?
Yeah, but I started. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But now that we, kind of transition together, does it work? Married at first sight, 90-day fiance, and also to Ajax's point, the Sarge. Have you ever taken your ring off in anger? Being petty, trying to cut.
That's very
petty. Did you throw that ring off? See?
Nah.
You do healthy.
I'm done.
It's not healthy.
Like, I tell you what though, the moment you take that ring off in an argument, that's my automatic hall pass. I don't care what you think, what you do. That's my hall pass the moment you take that ring off.
Like, you always gotta take it to.
I'm not taking it to the left. I'm telling you something. You take that ring off, for that means for that split second, you did not want to be married. All right, for that split second, I'm taking a hall pass.
I'm with you. I actually concur because that means to me that you are thinking about the grass is being greener somewhere else.
Right.
maybe this is not what you want to be. And life is too short to be in a situation that you can't get out of.
So when you find the chance, if that happens to you, jump on it, yo.
Jump on it.
That ring comes off, like what? Don't even argue. Oh, you took your ring off? Fuck. No. The ring comes off. Pew!
I'm out of here. Ajax, Sarge, let's get into our song of the week.
Oh. All right. Our song of the week is All I Ever Wanted by Mark Jean. Or John. Jean. All right. Connect with him on IG, which is GED Mark Jean. Facebook and Twitter, same thing. GED Mark with a K Jean.
Oh, I was bopping for a hot second.
Yeah, I turned a big knob, bro.
We're just having a little technical difficulties, but it'll be on in 1 second.
Johnny 5, what are you doing?
Convo 74.
Come on.
SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitchers, TuneIn, Podomatic. 5-star review. Check out our videos on YouTube. And make sure you're following us, Midnight Convo Podcast. Ajax, we're having technical difficulties. Hey, y'all. Ron, Love Unique, AK, The Great One, E-Barrios, thank you for joining. And here we go. That is our song of the week, All I Ever Wanted by Mark Jean.
Or Jean.
Jean?
C'est qu'à fait.
Yes. So send your song of the week to us at midnightconvo247@gmail.com. Soca, R&B, hip hop, reggae, poetry. It does not matter. Just send it to us. If you want to sit with us, make sure you send us an email, a DM, Gmail us. midnightconvo247@gmail.com. What do you guys think about the song of the week?
I like it. I like the melody. That's just right up my alley.
It's really catchy, you know. All I want.
It's just two separate getting up and doing all this.
I like it.
Yeah, so send us your songs to be featured. We got a few songs. This is one song. It's gonna be coming up in like the next couple of weeks that I heard, and I was just like, oh my god, this is a hit. This is like a monster. So I don't want to say who it is because it'll take the that
spark out of it.
Exactly when we play it.
Okay.
And then I don't want to show no bias, but. I love that we are getting great songs and that can make you bounce.
Well, listen, let Mark have his shine right now.
Yes, Mark G.
You did your
thing. Keep doing your thing. All right, so can we move on?
Yes, sir.
Listen, have you guys ever experienced a family member being in a long-term care facility?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so when you put your family in a facility as such, what do you expect? What are your expectations?
The expectation is you trusting this, this entity. So you're hoping for like the best care. I'm very distrustful, so it's like maybe I'm not the best person, but at least if you have no choice,
you have to go that route.
That you have to go this route, right? Because most people would want their family member with them. Mm-hmm. But if you have no other choice to put you're going to be like, I expect that my loved one is going to be cared for and taken care of.
Absolutely.
I think you also have to apply the word hope. You hope and
it's hope. Because it's someone else.
That your family does get that good care.
Right.
Okay. So let me tell you. Oh,
no.
Add your butt, because I'm going to get into my situation, but give me your butt.
No. The butt was actually your intro.
Okay. But, okay. Thank you. I missed that. I fucked up the alley-oop. But listen, a CEO of a long-term care facility in Phoenix, he just stepped down. Mm-hmm. The reason being is they have a resident there that's been in a coma for 10 years.
Oh, that shit.
Yes.
Wow.
Has been in a coma for 10 years. She's 29 years old. And guess what?
She's pregnant.
Actually, no, she gave birth.
She gave birth.
She's been in a coma for 10 years.
Nigga.
And now she gave birth to a child.
So she was victimized.
She was raped. Ain't no fucking victimized. That was a nice way. But she was raped.
Right.
Yeah. She was raped by, they're assuming that it was a staff member. So now they have changed their policies in which a male attended employee cannot be in a room with a female person, resident.
It's literally like Kill Bill.
Yeah, Kill Bill. Yeah.
So my question is, because when you said dishonest and distrustful, it's like, wow, because those are things you think about when you're putting your family member in someone else's hands.
Vulnerable.
That's very vulnerable in whatever capacity that they're,
in.
She's 29?
She's 29. So she's been in a vegetative state for 10 years. So now she's a mama. Like, how does this happen?
It only happened one way. She got raped.
She was raped.
She got raped.
Not literally, but I mean, how can something like this happen on?
It's not gonna be good.
There's no literally. There's no.
Yes, that family's gonna own that facility when they get done.
I'm going to burn it down.
Like, I don't
like the fact that a piece of shit knows this person is in this
state.
In this state. She's in a coma?
Yeah, 10 years.
Okay, she's in a coma.
For 10 years.
Dude, you're that low of a human being? To me, I feel like, okay, I'm sorry.
Talk, babe. Fucking talk.
Somebody needs to take you off this earth.
Yeah, you're not worth it. You
serve no actual purpose on this earth. Someone needs to take you off the earth, and they would actually be doing humanity some good. The fact that you would go so low that you see someone in a coma, and then you will violate them, bruh.
It's the worst.
The fact that you have to look at somebody in that state and
like,
still
I
find
hit that.
like, dog, yo, you see that? Like,
raw dog.
Nah, something wrong.
Like, I think it's time for some. I don't want to get violent because I'm not necessarily a violent.
Don't get
violent.
I'll say.
Make you violent.
Somebody needs to fucking take you out.
No, you're right. There's no other way to put it. And
Right.
but that's fucked up. We all can agree
There's no
on that.
cameras.
And that's another issue that I wanted to get into. First of all, where's the camera? Where's the staff? How are you have that much time?
They don't have cameras in the room because I'm sure it's a privacy law. But I'm sure there's cameras in the hallway or whatever. But
yeah, they have to know who's coming in and out.
No, I'm sorry. Like, remember back in the day, they used to have those videos of like in the hospital rooms where they show like somebody abusing a child or something. They have
no. They'll have
cameras.
it. They'll have it in the
probably not in the room, but the
when it
common
comes down
areas.
to babies and stuff like that, they'll have it there. But
there needs to be
when you have a patient that's
in
in
a
that
coma.
state. Well, not that state, but when you have...
I think patients, period.
Do you have some patients that are still able to do certain things on their own? Right? You can't have a camera in there because it violates privacy laws.
How long has she been in there? You said 10 years?
10
years.
Okay, a camera needs to be in there. She cannot speak
you know what?
for herself.
I agree at that point. Yeah. I agree.
Like, if you assess and, like, this person has no voice and can be easily taken advantage of, quality assurance, put a camera in the room.
But check this out. I didn't even mention this. They had no idea that she was pregnant, right? She had no visible
signs. First of all, I don't see how they couldn't see.
Check this out. Because you can see
grow.
Well, you would think. That's the point that I'm trying to make. They had no idea that she was pregnant. There was no change, allegedly. This is what they're saying. No change in her body. The reason how they found out that she was pregnant, she was actually giving birth, she was making different noises that she's never made before. Oh. So she was moaning in pain because she was in labor.
That's the fucking spirit of her trying to be like, yo, she's trying to come too. She is fighting to come too.
Bro, she's in pain. Like, if any woman has ever given birth naturally, hashtag.
First of all,
yo.
And she's in a coma making...
No epidural?
Girl, like, I know that pain.
I can't talk about that, but...
It's a pain like no
other. What I'm thinking is her being in that state, going through childbirth, and she's in a vegetative state. That means she's feeling something. She's fighting.
Yo, that pain, for real, though,
she is fighting. You know, I need to get clapped, yo. I'm sorry.
He need to be castrated, number one.
Did they find him?
No. So what they're doing, they're making every male worker, staff member, do a DNA test. Oh, but my thing is, he could have resigned, moved on.
Nah, they're gonna test for but listen. He can't be that far gone because she just gave birth, which means it has to be within.
But that's 9 months.
Okay, they're gonna have records of who was there, who was taking care of her, and all of that.
But you still need a DNA sample.
Can you get a sample of a person that no longer works at the facility?
Listen. In these type of facilities, they have a certain amount of people that work the floor, a certain amount of people that work the. Okay, so they're gonna narrow it down real quick. Trust and believe you me.
That's disgusting.
It's sad. It is sad to be violated. Like, I just can't imagine someone that I know, anybody, to being violated in that capacity. Right. Like, you're in a vegetative state. She couldn't even fucking enjoy it.
Like, first of all,
that's what you're thinking about? God,
that's bad. But the point,
any woman,
just to make light of it.
State, like, if you drank too much and you're just in a state where you're like, if you cannot give consent, dude, you need to fall back. It's not that deep. Like, it's not, like, I get it. Like, sex is amazing. It's beautiful. But, bruh, it's not that
It's deep. Beautiful when I can consent. And it's consensual and it's mutual. Like, I can, and I can moan and I can give you something back.
That's disgusting. Ooh, I hope they get him.
I pray.
Like, I pray. Tell you, like, I'm sorry. I would be in my own state of mind.
How you guys don't know it wasn't a visitor who just visited all the time and saw her there?
And that's the thing, we don't know.
Okay.
The fact that he had time
that's a very good question.
But, like, the fact that he had time.
It says a lot about the place.
10 years.
No. Like, the fact that he had time.
The baby's coming out. The baby's coming out now, which means you have a 9 to 10 month span of when that should happen.
But he's saying that he could have been plotting
everybody signs in. Everybody signs in and shit like that. Listen, they're gonna do the investigative
maybe
work.
not necessarily. And I say that because that seems like obvious that they should. Because we went to a facility when we were in North Carolina, and we just went in the place, and I said, "You don't sign in." Mm-hmm. So there was no accountability of who was in there, and something could have easily happened because we went right into the facility, and these are vulnerable elderly people. Right. So
I think it depends on the facility. Everybody has their own standard of care.
Yes.
Some places are like really shitty, and it's like no one cares. And some places are like we have a high standard of care.
Right.
So if it is a visit, I don't really care who it is.
It's wrong.
It's fucking wrong.
Yeah, absolutely, it's wrong.
Now you're gonna have this kid that's gonna grow up with the genes of a fucking rapist or a serial rapist. We don't know how many times they've done it.
That's disgusting.
How do you get your jollies off on someone that's not even participating?
That means you're a person in the world that does not get any type of action, and you have those type of.
It.
Yeah, you like taking it. And probably wasn't the first time. Because if you had the balls to go into a nursery home or facility and bing, 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 knock her up and then bounce, zip it up.
But you know,
we can say that's almost like what necrophiliac type shit.
It is, but art does imitate life. Like that Kill Bill scene when like that worker was basically prostituting.
Yeah, that's not just a thought. That shit happened before. That's why they could put it in the fucking movie, and that's why she killed them too.
And I was super happy.
I was too.
Payback, karma's a motherfucker. What you give is what you receive.
Amen.
Convo 74. Check out our previous Convo, SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podomatic. Check out our videos on YouTube. What we need?
5-star rating, baby.
Yes, make sure you're following us on Instagram and Facebook, Midnight Convos Podcast. All right, before we get into our drink of the week, before we get into Cut 'em Loose, I have a great Cut 'em Loose this week.
Okay.
But it only works if you know the show. And you guys
It depends on how old the show is.
It's an older show. So
okay,
I think
just remember, I was in Haiti at some point, so.
But you've seen this show because they have it on reruns, so I'm not letting you get that easy pass. But this is a story that I think we've touched on it before. But it's finally has gotten the press and the coverage that it needed for this young woman to get what should have come to her many years ago.
Okay.
So with that, me saying that, Cyntoia Brown in Tennessee, she was just granted clemency.
Yes.
So this is the young lady that at the age 16, she killed her.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, a trick.
And I don't even, first of all, I don't even know why this shit lasted that long.
Right.
She should have been out from day one going to court. Period.
I hate
Period.
it, like about the race.
Race does plays a factor.
But had it been a Caucasian female, this wouldn't even be a discussion.
She would have been the victim. Like, it would have been a story. It would have been a book.
Only because I did so much work in human trafficking and like people of color. Oh my God, the level of like people of color, just like when you are a person of color, you are not a victim. Man. If you are a Caucasian female, you're a victim.
We've been a victim.
And it's like, it is like so frustrating.
Very.
Cause like, if you pick up an article, there'll be 18-year-old teenage boy. Mm-hmm. If it's a Caucasian male. If it is a black male,
18-year-old man.
18-year-old man. Mm-hmm. Like language
means a lot.
Right.
It means a lot. So yeah, basically I just wanted to ask, and you guys pretty much kind of already started it. Was it long overdue? Like, is this
very fucking long overdue? She shouldn't have spent not one day
10 years
in jail.
10 years in prison.
She should not have spent one day in jail, bro.
She was trafficked and victimized.
She was trafficked and victimized. She killed her fucking so-called master oppressor and all of that.
God knows what he was making her do.
Yeah.
Like,
he was a trick. And
at 16, she had to make a decision of life
or death.
Come on now.
Like, she had
that shit's just stupid.
Like, they make 16-year-old women, 16-year-old girls into women. They make 18-year-old teen, like anyone who knows neurologically, you're not making the best decisions when you're a teenager. But somehow, when you are a person of color, you don't get that pass. When you're a person of color, you don't get that pass. You don't get to be a 16-year-old that made a bad decision.
That decision you made is the last decision you made.
You're a grown man that made a decision of logic, and so you have to deal with the consequences. But when you're a 16-year-old Caucasian male, he's a teenager. He didn't know
just
better.
like the affluenza kid. Affluenza. That means that,
he killed people.
He killed 4
people.
Drunk driving at 16. But
slap on the wrist.
They use the word affluenza, which means that
he has money.
He's so privileged that he doesn't know right from wrong. So therefore, it's, it's not his fault.
All I'm saying is even the playing field.
And that's a bigger issue that I just wanted to touch on real quickly. Because being someone that kind of works in this kind of field, and seeing files of different people coming into our court systems, right? Mm-hmm. And you see someone that gets charged in, let's say, Bergen County. Mm-hmm. And then you see someone that gets charged in Essex County, Camden County. Mm-hmm. Same charge, but different time, right? Because, the same crime that you did in Newark is not going to be the same in...
You said Bergen County?
Saddlebrook.
Oh, no.
Palisade Park.
Anything on that side is a misdemeanor.
Yeah. No, and it's amazing to me because you'll see some people that, actually murdered somebody that got downgraded to aggravated assault that's doing 3 years. Not even with a stipulation. So just a 3-year flat. Right. You have the same kid, that's doing 8 years, 10 years, 85%.
Even
so,
the playing field.
Yeah, it's just like, if you do this crime, no matter if it's here, there, it should be. This is the time.
Even the playing field. That's it.
This is the time.
It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, if we commit the same crime, we're the same age. If you want to say justice is blind, then justice should be blind. It shouldn't be because I come from Bedminster, that means I get to do probation. Mm-hmm. Right. And if I live in Irvington, that means I gotta be there for 3 years.
Right.
No.
For a parking ticket.
Doesn't make sense.
For a parking ticket.
I'm sure there's people doing time for a parking ticket.
Like even the playing field.
What's up, Beth?
Just to give it some more, give you some more information. That if you're black in an overpopulated county here in New Jersey, you might get probation because the prisons are so packed. But
if you're lucky,
to one of these white counties like Bergen County, and you're black, first offense, they're trying to make sure you go to jail to make money.
They make an example out of you for doing a crime in that area.
Yeah, you don't
But it shows the racial aspect you're talking about.
The disparity.
Yes.
Right, because if you're white still in that area, you're going to get probation. But if you're black in that area, first offense.
Because it's to make an example.
It's a disparity. It's like they villainize people of color. Like, this is something that is so systemically ingrained. Like, people will fight you. They'll be like, you will have people who are like, I'm not racist, but it's the thing is that you don't understand. It's so ingrained as part of your being that
your makeup,
you don't get
genetic
it.
Makeup,
like, unless you have like kids, you have sons, you have daughters that have to go out into this world and live within this, then your reality changes. Like, I know people who are good people. Like, I know white people who are good people.
Absolutely.
That they have black kids. And they're like, yo, I'm worried. So, like, and I wasn't worried until I had a black son. Because they adopted. And they're like, I got to live with this. Because you love this son because it's your child.
Right.
So you're like, that's what you live with?
This is our reality. Welcome.
On a daily basis.
It was like, it was all good when it was like, oh my God, it's a baby. But when he becomes 12 and he wants to go out and live with his friends, he's like, they're like, I got to worry. I have to worry.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, this is the reality. And then so it becomes, nothing gives you a wake-up call until you actually live it.
Until you walk into those footsteps.
Right. And that's the problem. A lot of people don't. Like, that's one example, but a lot of people don't live that reality. Their kids, they don't have those worries. So they're like, Marie, are you sure? Like,
no, you can't tell me what my reality is. You can't, make me kind of be
right.
But this is what they do, and I don't want to get into it. But we had a long discussion about that yesterday. A long deep. Yeah, you have to even a playing field, and I don't care where you're from, who you are.
I agree.
Black, white, purple, Asian.
Doesn't matter.
Do a crime, you do the same time.
Now,
the playing field. That's
on the same token, I still don't understand why, if she's been annulled from all her crimes, I don't see why she still has to get out until August of this year.
They're trying to expedite. They're trying to push to get
that doesn't
expedited.
make any sense.
You're right.
The fact that it's still being talked about that way. She should have been out.
She should be out.
No, but her last appeal, they said she had to do 53 years. Yeah. I'm like not saying I agree she should be out immediately.
But I'll take it.
Like the fact that in this, knowing all we know about human trafficking, and people are just
and what she been through
of human trafficking really in the last 5 years, with all that we know that these are like victims, they still were like, you still got to do 53 years? I was like, really? Really?
And then the fact that now, okay, bet she's free of all charges, but you can't let her go until August. That shit is just
listen. It doesn't make sense, and yes, she should be out. But I'll take August over 53 years when I'm like dead. Which was barely.
But like 2 months ago, that they were like she has to do 53 years.
Because the mayor or the governor was not budging. Was not budging. So
but it's the South.
I'm glad we made wave, and she's going to see freedom. And she's been out for 10 years. She was a little girl when she was out.
She was 16.
Yeah, so 16. Now she's going to be a woman in this new world. So, let's see, let's support, let's help. I hope she gets the right resources and the help that she needs to be productive. And I know she was
you know what they need to do? You know when somebody's wrongfully accused and they spend time in jail? And then from the time they realize that they've been wrongfully accused and spent time in jail, they owe them money.
They're not going to do that for her.
They owe them money from the time that they went in to the time they get out.
That would be nice, but that's not going to happen.
Do that for her.
But
they need to do that.
As a community of black people, minorities, we should have that. We should support her. We should be her,
And
now, you know what they usually get, right? They usually get about $50,000 per year.
But to house them, get that.
To house them, and that's what the wrongfully accused usually get. They get $50,000 per year that they were locked up.
I doubt that. But
at this point, she's been locked up 10 years.
They're not gonna give. First
she's
of all,
a millionaire. She should be a millionaire when she comes out.
Babe, you would literally have people who were wrongfully accused, and they still won't give them the money.
Well, maybe
and it takes forever. It's tied up in the courts.
Maybe half.
But it's
they're not gonna give her anything. But like
we just need to support her as a people. Right. Make sure she's good. She's on her feet, and she's been doing a lot of mentoring while she was behind bars. So let's see. But I know being behind those bars, if it's just a day, a month, a year, it changes you. It totally changes you. So let's just see what's going on. We're gonna keep you abreast on Cyntoia Brown. If you don't know who she is, Google, read a book, pick up the newspaper. And just find out, hear about her case, what she's been through, and why she's in prison, and why she's been granted this clemency. Let's get into our drink of the week. Sarge, Ajax.
All right. We got Limbo IPA. All right. I don't know why the limbo, but there's a skull on there. I mean, there's like a skeleton under a tree. It's by Long Trail Brewing Company. Not sure where it's from, but I like it. As a male, you got the little bitterness, you got the brew factor, it's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Marie?
It's good. It's bitter if you enjoy that, like in terms of beers. It's good. It's refreshing. It's good. I like it.
Is that a thumbs up?
Thumbs
up for us, dog.
It's good.
Shout out to King Chuck. That's where we get that from. So that is our drink of the week. Limbo IPA by the Long Trail Brewing Company. Aha!
Now I'm sure if Chuck was here, he'd be like, limbo. If you don't want to be a bimbo, it's just something of that sort.
Something silly, right?
Something silly.
Yes, so that's a thumbs up for us. All right, my favorite time of the show. Cut them loose. So this is the time when we pick 4 things. It could be person, places, things, and you can only cut 1. So you're keeping 3, cutting 1 from the list.
Here we go.
Okay. So I've mentioned this show previously on here. Talked about my love for this show. But now we're gonna cut it loose. So one of my favorite shows is The Golden Girls.
Oh, girl,
We're not cutting that.
Okay,
Girl.
so
we're not cutting Golden Girls.
That's one of my favorite shows. I can literally watch the show all the time
And crack the fuck up. We're not.
And cracked up.
Yes.
And the funny thing about it is, one day, this is real recent, my son was like, Mommy, can you play the song from Golden Girls? So I YouTubed
Thank you
it.
for being a friend.
Travel around the globe and back again.
What?
Hey,
No,
your
not.
heart
I already
is
tell you right now.
true. Anyway, so we was on YouTube and I listened. I had on repeat like two, 3 times, and he was like, "All right, Mommy, that's enough."
That's enough.
But he wanted to hear it. It was cute.
Okay.
So I'm going to name the characters from Golden Girls. And you have to cut one loose.
This is when I say you're going to hell for this one.
He sent me there a few times, so I'm prepared.
Oh my God!
So
you can do it in 4 characters.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God!
So
we're talking about the mommy. We're talking about Blanche. We're
gonna give them all the names though.
Oh, this is gonna be
So
tough. This is gonna be tough.
let's get into it. Marie, you're up first.
Okay.
We got Rose.
Yes.
We got Dorothy. We got Sophia, and we got Blanche Devereaux.
I can't cut Blanche.
Who are you cutting?
Oh my God! I can't cut Blanche.
Can't
I
cut Blanche.
Dorothy.
Okay.
Yo, this is fucked up. There's no Golden Girls without all of them. So you want to cut somebody out? What's the? Stop it!
Okay. Say it again.
You got Rose.
It doesn't matter. You're
got
you're wrong.
Dorothy. You got Sophia and Blanche. Who are you cutting?
I'm gonna cut Rose.
Rose. Oh my God. Okay, so I have to ask why. Why are you cutting Rose?
Because I can't cut the other characters. Because I literally feel like I can't cut Blanche because I love that sassiness.
Love.
And I love Dorothy because she's like, tell it like it is.
Okay.
Like Rose is cool. Like I love her.
Betty White.
Right, little ditzy self.
Yes. I love Rose.
It's like I love Rose too. I love Rose too.
But you gotta pick
one. If I'm gonna project for a minute, of all the characters, I'm least
like Rose. Okay, so Rose is getting the cut.
But I love you, Rose.
She's the only one that's alive. That's funny. Betty White is the only living.
But I love her.
No, we love all of them. One of them just has to go.
Least like her.
Hubby, do you want to participate in the Golden Girls?
Yo, I'm cutting Blanche.
Blanche?
Fuck out of here.
How are you cutting Blanche?
Yo, man, we don't love them hoes. Come on, man. Let's keep it running.
She was not a hoe.
She just was very familiar with the guys. That's all.
She was very familiar.
That's all.
Oh no, she lived her life. She raised her kids.
Facts.
Her husband died.
Facts.
She has the right to live her life.
There you go. And if you threw her Ajax.
Come on, man. I think this is one of the fucking kind of moves that I'm not gonna participate.
You have to participate. You have to. Your wife did. We got Rose. We got Dorothy. You got Sophia, and you got Blanche.
Listen. She cut one off because she's a woman. Me as a guy, I found the show funny, and each person played their part, and I can't relate to anybody or to any one of those. Therefore, it's hard for me to cut somebody off. Mama played a part. Rose played a part. Blanche played a part. I can't do it.
That's not an answer.
You have to cut somebody
You gotta
off.
cut somebody.
Just cut Sophia, bro.
You go with your wife. Ride that gravy train.
Not Sophia.
No. Right, Sophia had that wisdom. Like, she was the mediator out of all them shit.
She was sassy too.
She had a sassy moment.
No business.
She had a sassy moment. And listen, the moment you thought you could sleep on her, she was like, "Yo, don't fuck around." Listen.
Funny thing about that show, she played the mother, but she was the youngest out of all.
Right. I learned that too.
I learned that like a couple of months ago.
Yeah,
I learned that too.
The little things you find out. So come on, Ajax. Like, pick one. Who you cutting?
God damn it. You know what? Based on attitudes and how I am.
You dragging this out.
No, I have to because I have to make sense out of it because.
Who are you cutting, brother?
I like everybody. Like I said, I still watch that show whenever I catch it or whatever. But
Speaking of
like,
limbs.
dude, come on.
Sassiness and witty with it and shit like that. Sophia gets the cut.
Sophia, you got Sophia. Mama Sophia.
How could you get Sophia? All that wisdom.
He had to cut somebody.
But I'm thinking about, listen, they all had wisdom in their own way.
No, Sophia had been through it. She was like the voice of like.
Listen,
when you
I
went to the
understand,
kitchen
and I'm the one.
night,
Listen, I'm the one that listen.
I love
listen,
Sophia.
amongst people that I know, I'm gonna sit there and stand and be like, look, you can't do this. You had to do that.
She played her daughter like the fiddle.
Like, boom. So
I'm just.
I get it, but at the same time,
I
gotta pick somebody, and either way, I'm wrong.
No, it's just
this whole topic is wrong.
It's just
so.
opinion.
So I pick somebody.
Nah, not Sophia.
Damn it, man! Nah. You're going to hell for this one.
Yes.
All right, so no. So stop it. Who you picking?
This was kind of easy for me.
Oh,
It was really easy for me. I can't cut Blanche.
Okay, girl.
She's the ultimate. She's my favorite Golden Girl.
Like she the sass.
Yes,
like,
I like a woman that knows what she wants.
I appreciate
Some people
it.
say it's a whore, as my
She's
hubby did, but she
not.
wasn't. She was a woman that
she
knew what she
became a whore
wanted.
after she left Stanton. No,
She
no.
was
sorry.
never-
Dorothy and Stanley.
Dorothy
She just loved men, and she was single and mingling.
And
What's
she
wrong
lived
with
her
that?
life. She raised her kids. She did what she was
Yo,
supposed
there was
to
an
do.
episode when Dorothy had a whole new boo, and then she just ran up on that, or the new boo was on, like looking at both of them.
Right.
And she didn't even know how to approach. Like she's actually interested. Like you should have shut that shit down for rip, but she was entertaining it. Yo, you done for me.
Can I ask you if it was a dude character, would she still be a whore?
No,
Like,
she would be a player. She would be the man.
You're like, oh, he's suave as hell.
Yeah.
Y'all live together.
Double standards.
They ain't even friends. Y'all friends and live together.
Come on now.
Can I get back to my cutting my loose?
Yes.
Can I get to who I'm picking?
Yes.
It doesn't
He
matter.
didn't even really like the show. Now he's so emotional
I
about it.
know the show.
But you don't really like it like that.
Nah, like
You don't.
I know.
But it's alright, babe.
Golden Girls is life.
So
It is. It's life.
I'm cutting Dorothy.
I knew you cut Dorothy. As I said,
I'm gonna
Thank
cut
you
Dorothy.
for being a friend.
You love all the characters. You have a connection to every single
I
one.
feel like Dorothy was the voice of
Reason she was.
Like, I love Dorothy, aka Maud. Like,
See, I didn't know her as that.
Like, I feel like she was the voice of reason. Like,
She was.
She kept it like
Balance.
flatline.
Yes.
there is no show without her. The show is actually based around her. If you look at it.
Yeah, it is.
It
But
doesn't matter.
to me, her character
It doesn't matter.
wasn't the best
You
character.
couldn't make the show on her alone. You needed the rest of them to
you
make
do.
it.
Yeah, but they're all centered around her.
Yeah, like, because she was
Absolutely, but she wasn't the character that I needed to see.
Right.
Like, the show wasn't the show if Blanche didn't come on.
I love
The
Blanche.
show wasn't the show when Rose came, her ditzy self.
And she was so
I love her.
ditzy.
Like, that
I
character.
could do without. Like, if I had to cut them, I would be like, I would hate to cut you. But she was so ditzy.
She was, but that what made the show.
It
That
did.
part of it.
Like that innocence.
Yes. I loved her. I
It
loved
say
her.
Olaf.
It say Olaf. So I'm cutting Dorothy. We want to know who you're cutting. So Golden Girl style, and we have Rose, Dorothy, Sophia, or Blanche Devereaux. No one's gonna cut
happy
Blanche.
about
First
this
of all,
one.
Blanche's last name is Devereaux.
Devereaux. Oh yeah, you did, but I can't see a lot of people cutting Blanche because that character is just a boss ass character.
She was fabulous.
Yes.
First of all, I be looking at some of the clothes they be wearing. I'm like, I wear Blanche's.
A
You ain't gonna wear that
show.
shit now, man.
I sure would.
Everything that's
No, you
old
wouldn't.
comes back
Yes,
again.
I would.
No, you would.
Yes.
She
Blanche-
can role play for you with
Blanche?
that. That little
You
Blanche
ain't role
outfit.
playing no grandma shit with me.
Blanche used to
Nah.
wear some nice
Yo, Blanche used
stuff.
to have.
It was nice for her age.
Nope.
Nah, but it ain't nice for right now.
Okay, listen.
You wear
Blanche
that
used
shit
to
right
keep
now,
it
you on your own.
fire.
You on your own? You not touch her?
No.
You not gonna
Well,
give it
I'm
to her?
wearing
Nah, until you take that off.
I'm wearing it.
That's the whole thing. You take it off
Nah,
her.
with the fucking shoulder pads, like, I want that to head. Nah,
Shoulder
nah.
pads are on the comeback.
I see.
Shoulder
Shoulder pads
are
are making a comeback. So is baggy clothes.
Yeah.
not like that though.
I can't do the baggy clothing, and I like everything
Okay.
tight. Accentuate my hips.
Okay.
So with that being said, Marie, any parting words?
This was lovely. Thank you.
Anytime. That was cute. Ajax, Sarge, Based on today's show.
Just keep it simple. Live and let live.
I echo that sentiment. See you next week, y'all. Peace.